Gt7 here live. We haven't done much YouTube in a while in regards to lives or talking. We're going to be here doing some Gran Turismo 7, the weekly challenges. So the first one we're actually going to do is the World Touring Car 800 at Monza. Now I love this track, so we're going to jump into a detuned 962C, the Porsche of the 1988. Great car. I could jump into the GT3 and just see how we go with there, but I love the Porsche at Monza. Because it's detuned, we can use racing hard, racing medium. We also got intermediates and wets. Sadly, the soft tyre actually pushes it too far into the power points. So yeah, this is 10 laps of Monza, which is on 7 fuel rate, 7 tyre degradation as well. So it's actually quite a hard one to do. Most of the time I end up spinning out quite a bit. But it's so much fun. The Porsche handles really well. It doesn't usually like the wide turns as much, but it's so scenic and I just love doing it. It will also not need to probably pit for fuel just because of how good it is. So I'm going to leave the car to do the talking. Put it in fuel save mode already. A bit advantageous, that lunge there. I've just got back from work, so apologies if I'm a bit sketchy. I've been up since 10 to 4 this morning. Lag. Terrible there. Forget the tyres are still cold. Doesn't matter too much because these guys are going to have to pit, we're not. Gotta say, the sunset, well, the sunrise on this is very reminiscent of what Project Cars does. But the power of this thing, even restricted, just causes it to be so much better. I think I might have actually restricted this too much for this race. It's doing alright so far. Obviously, once the tyre warms up, it's probably going to be a better resolution. Free wide at Monza, why? Bye, people. Took the corner slightly better, but the bounce off the curb didn't help. Working through the traffic quite well now. So nicely done around the outside there. That shouldn't have worked there. guys, but hey ho. Back down a bit, try and get a bit more power. Feel the power difference already, even with just dropping it 1 bar back. Does help you know which line the AI is actually going to take. Watch it eat fuel now. We kind of held the reins for the past couple of laps just to warming the tyres, make sure we've got enough fuel. Now we're just going to give it the boost it needs and watch the time tick down. Correct there, that'd have been a good lap. It's probably still going to be a good lap. Right, so first is pitting. So we've got compromise there as well. So first is just coming out of the pits. Got loads of fuel save, we're going to drop it down to 2. Tight there. Obviously, as the fuel decreases, the weight of the car gets lighter, so this thing just shifts. The power to weight ratio is ridiculous of the 962. Is it better than the Mazda? I wouldn't say so. In performance, yeah. Overall, maybe not. The speed is the biggest difference. These guys are pitting this lap. And that's if you actually had like a pit crew to talk to, because they'd be like, oh yeah, so and so's pitting this lap. So I think this is the longest of all the challenges. So it's about 15 minutes this challenge, give or take, depending on how quick you are around Monza. And we've got clear track now, so it's going to be like qualifying laps, just enjoying it as long as the tyres don't do too much as the track temperature rises a bit. Obviously there's track limits involved still, but not too worried about them just yet. Overzealous there, we're too busy looking at the fuel gauge. Slightly conscious how much fuel this is actually slipping. A lot of our miles in this car. A lot of the touring car 800 races we do in this car. Plus it's just such a nice car to actually drive. It's like you could just listen to that car wail all day. It's actually sucking a lot more fuel than it should be. Currently on par. We're going to have to put it back to full system spec. Still not going slow, it's just obviously slower than we would if we had the full amount of power. And we are a quarter of a lap away from lapping people, or beginning to lap people. Not the best exit out of there. I want gonna say I normally choose mediums for this, but I think hards is probably just alright. I think we took mediums quite low down last time, and it was getting a bit slidey near the end of the race. I do love the old version of Monza. There's only a few games that have actually got the old version of Monza, and it's just such a delight to actually race on, especially the likes of these cars which would have raced on the old track. Not even the banking, but obviously the older circuit still, with the chicane and everything. Especially the older F1 60s and 70s cars, it's just something so different around Monza. It's nostalgic to another level. I know people going about Imola, but this is just, yeah, just another cut into it. Definitely one track I would actually want to go visit. And that is another reason why I'm actually bringing up that this is probably one of the few streams I will be doing over the weekend. Sadly, I won't be doing any more streaming until probably next Tuesday, which I do have off work. I do have work off Sunday, but I'm actually going to some more racing. So if you've actually checked out the TikTok, you'll know exactly where I'm going. I didn't upload it to the YouTube where I'm going, but the TikTok does state where I'm going, so feel free to check that out. So I'm looking forward to visiting a track I've never been to, and it'll be the I'm trying to think which tracks, how many tracks I've actually got left. I think it's going to be the 4th or 5th track this year, not including the drag racing track. But yeah, really looking forward to visiting on Sunday. Whoa, bit of tyre wobble there. That was a bit bad there. Alright, get back on track. Yeah, so there's loads of racing on Sunday that I'm going to be going to see. Nothing too spectacular, but I'd say still decent. Very similar to the 750 MC Club, but yeah. So you'll have to keep an eye on the content that's going to be coming out. Obviously, I've created the playlist for the Melbourne Raceway Dragsters. I've still yet to change the titles, do all the descriptions, yada yada on that. So sadly that isn't all up to date yet, and same with the Silverstone. The playlist is all sorted, all the things are on that as well. Might give me a penalty there for track limits. So yeah, can't wait to actually enjoy some more racing for this year. Sadly, I'm missing the stock cars on Saturday and the bagger racing's on Monday. But if you fancy some awesome bagger racing and stock cars, Saturday and Monday is the place to be at Odsall. Okay, right, that's the main one done, which is about 15 minutes or so, or 18 minutes even. Let us sort of slip a bit there. That's also your driving challenge done as well in one. So that's the first challenge done. We're going to head into the other challenges now. There's 4 left to do. I don't think the rest are going to be as long. So hopefully you've enjoyed the 962 around Monza. It's not always the case I bring that out. Sometimes I use other vehicles. So yeah, as always, I've done that various amounts of times. Right, we're going to jump into the special event, which is the 812 Superfast. We do have one. It's already tuned. We're going to drop it into Racing Soft because it's a lot easier to drive. This is 5 laps. 5 laps of this track. I believe we've done it before. Or we've used it before. I think at Ferrari Challenge here that they did a while back. I think it was the Trial Mountain Reverse. So yeah. So yeah, after I've done the weekly challenges, we'll probably switch to a different game. I'm not doing the daily races this week. Don't like the tracks or the cars that they're suggesting to use, so I'm going to be probably jumping on to a bit of Wreckfest. Alright, make sure that traction control is turned up. We're ready to go. The 812 Superfast against 812 Superfast. And it literally steers like a battleship. To be honest, I probably need to put a better wing on it for the downforce. The biggest thing with this is obviously the not the tuning of it, but just to make it actually stay on the road. Like, it is so twitchy, it just wants to go fast, but uncontrollably fast, as you'll see here. So 5th gear, it's going to hit 6, just short to 175. Luckily I know my brakes can brake at 200. Trail brake. So we've done half of the people already. Need to make sure we brake there. I do like the car, but it does remind me of the Corvette. Also is it the 510 Ferrari California? Probably got the name wrong, but I believe it is the California Ferrari from like 2004 that they had, or 2006. It looks very similar to that car. Obviously this is based off of Berlinetta, realistically. Brake. Pass, brake. Got second versus around here somewhere. Oversteer, correct. Just rolling off the throttle really helps, just to correct it. Then you hit the power down and the back end skids out. And you just slide it round. Looks like we're going to speed up the guy in front. Up to 6 at 175. Or 173 even, not to be too pedantic. We're going to start braking at 206. Didn't get the speed or the draft. Whoa. Tyres were saying no there. Shouldn't be able to overtake there. Oh, he's lost it. He has lost it. When you force the AI into a bad move, that's kind of shows how bad the car is to control. We've got another 3 laps of this yet. I always feel like these races should be like 3 laps. Especially when you've only got 12 people racing, like, you know. You can't tell me they can't beat people win 3 laps. Really putting the pace down now. I would love to get a proper tune for this, but I feel like there's just that much torque for a road car, it just will not go. It'd be nice if we did a engine swap, but I really think there'd be no Ferrari that could handle this. Not outright, anyway. Give it up the gears again. Just gapping the guy behind the whole field. Nicely done there. PB after PB. This reminds me of the fully tuned CR7, which also does the same characteristics. Another quick lap there. Still 2 laps to go yet. Really bad wheel wobble there. I don't know where I'm actually making up this time, you know. Put 17 seconds behind first and second. Crazy. Another lap after this though, guys. Ooh, dark. Just knowing how the car actually handles at full power. Put that click on the game. Is this going to be under 150? It's going to be close. Nah, 158. Very wide. Not going to be PB for the final lap. And across the line to complete the second challenge. Nicely done there. Just, well, 9.5, and we also got clean base bonus, so that's going to help towards that as well. In a car that I'll probably rarely use. Stupid, really. I actually wasn't going to buy the car unless it was for using daily challenges. Excuse me. Right, let's see what the next challenge is. I think there's a few other interesting ones. Kyoto Driving Park. Interesting as to what we have. I think that one's probably going to be the better one, I think. Is one of them I've got tuned up? That's the thing I'm confused at as to. I want to say that one. No, that one. 306. Could be wrong. 3 laps of this, we'll see. This is the really long circuit. I think this is going to be like a 2-3 minute lap. I think I remember doing this in the Porsche. It's not that car. We'll purchase this anyway, because I feel like the only thing I'm thinking is whether or not either cars are going to be seriously good. But it shouldn't really matter that much. Only one way to find out. Especially if they're going to start pulling away. Likes to roll, that's because it hasn't got a sport suspension. Time is actually coming down, so hopefully just with changing the tyres, which I've said before, it should be fine. Oh Jesus, no. Negative. Wow. Shouldn't be locking up like that, but we ain't got a brake bounce on. Wow. See how we do, we've got 3 laps of this. Trusted that corner more than I first imagined. Likes a wheel wobble. There's a lot of power here. So we're halfway around the track, and I want to say these guys have got tuned up, but not much. Like the acceleration is there for them. This is the flick-flop section. This is either going to be make or break for this poor little yellow thing. like braking under pressure into the corner. Right, long straight now. Is this one lap? I believe so. Does help I know this track reasonably well. It's not my favourite, that's for sure, by any means. Oh yeah. Normally I'm a clean racer, just saying. Time's still coming down. About a quarter of a lap left on the second lap. This is that long right hander which has got the kink. Then we're going downhill here. Hopefully catch him up. Right, down to under 3 seconds. Overcooked that line a little bit. Really does not like that corner. Gonna have to push here. Say we had that spin at the beginning and these guys are tuned, we're not doing that bad. That's not the corner I thought it was. We should get some draft now. This should be quite a quick section. Into the hairpin. Oh no. That's what happened last time. That might be us cooked. Yeah, that might be us cooked. I overdid it there. Damn it. Oh, come on. I need the car I've actually got tuned, really. Forgotten which one it is. It's annoying, really. It's this section that I thought we was at. I'm over driving now. If I had another lap, I'd have probably been able to do it, but I overcooked that hairpin. Because I was 3 seconds going down here towards them. Now I'm gonna exit and restart. That's a shame that, because it was doing pretty well up until that last bit. I need to figure out which car it is. It's one of the red ones, I believe, because we did it at Autopolis. Definitely wasn't that car, and the suspension's horrid on that one. Don't know if it is that one. Won't allow that one, that's for sure. Let me have a look. I might as well change into the car now, that's what I'm thinking. I'd rather try and do good with a car I've actually got slightly tuned. Car settings, racing soft, normal, normal. That's all normal, okay. So it's not that one. But we do have racing soft on that, so that could be the one that we have used before, unless I didn't check the suspension. We'll do this anyway. Probably gonna get either the 5k or yeah, we'll get the 5k. There we go. No surprise there for the driving challenge. Car settings. Suspension normal. Interesting. Change car. Should be another one. It's definitely not that one, that's for sure. That's the one we were just trying. I want to say it's this one, but I could be totally wrong. Sports hard, no. That's also normal. Interesting. There is a second red one. $276,277. Interesting. Why have we got two? Also sports hard. Now I'm gonna go with the white one. We'll go with the white one and change the suspension now, because I feel like the suspension is the biggest issue. The brakes I'm not too fussed about. Don't want to spend too much on a car that I ain't using much for. It's a bit different to some of the other cars that I do own, which obviously you guys have seen a lot of. Yeah, so we'll quickly just do this. This is the more modern one that everybody was using anyway. It's like glitching this 1 hour supposed session. Hell, I'll even put sports brake pads on it, you know, just to make it slightly better. Sports computer makes it even slightly better still. Yeah, because it's got racing softs on it, so there we go. You'll be surprised how much the car doesn't roll with a sports suspension. I would suggest it to most people that are actually starting out is just change your tyres, add some sports suspension, If you are struggling for the speed, then maybe start looking at the speed, the weight, etc. But you don't want to make a car too light, because your PP and everything will go up with everything else. Right, go back to this. The Porsche meeting will be interesting. I forgot about that. So this is racing soft with sports suspension in the newer Evolution. Obviously we looked at the red car with racing soft. Right, 3 laps. See how we do. To be honest, we could have actually come third, but I'd rather just get first and get it out of the way and done with. Curious if I've done this meeting before. I don't recognise it. I use this track sometimes, but not always. So this isn't going to have brake bounce, but it's going to be a little bit quicker. Hopefully a little bit better rolling around the corners. It rolls, but not as much. It's a little bit more responsive. It seems a little bit bigger as well. It's chunkier. But the power's there. These guys have got tuned, you can hear it, the turbo. Mind you, ours has got a turbo, but I think ours is might be our turbo we can hear. You can hear the high whine. I don't know if it's a medium turbo looking at it. Don't mess up this corner. Yeah, that's our turbo, that. It must come with a turbo, because it doesn't say about buying a turbo. This is that long right-hander. Should be alright. Close there. Bit of a drift. Hang on. We're off the grass tracking. Nice little bit of trail braking there. This car's handling so much better than what we had. But it's also got the racing soft tyres, and I don't think the over car had the turbo. Like, this is lap 1, we're down to 6, and the gap's only 9.5 seconds. It's decent. Around the outside, just literally drifted into the 100-mile-an-hour zone in 5th. Rarely hear about the Lancer in this day and age, which is a shame, because in the 2000s it was a big success. Still is, compared to modern cars. Line out of there. This looks like the same car that we're trying to overtake. It's a slightly newer model. Yep. Just looks different in blue. Ours is like ice white. Seven seconds off first. Different kettle of fish to the last race we tried. So don't mess this up. Yep. Really hate that corner. That's probably the best we actually did it, and I nearly messed it up again. high whiner, that turbo, man. Especially when you're letting off the throttle. Go on, turn. You hear it kick in, the turbo lag. This is first, second and third in front as we head up to the big right-hander into the flick-flack section. These guys are slouches, that's for sure. Track liberties there. Over. Gonna get some pull off the guy in first. Final lap. Think I'd be here, that's for sure, in this. And it looks like he's got the same car as what I have, but we're a better spoiler. So he'll also have a turbo. He actually sounds like he's got a lot more under the hood than I do as well. Biggest thing though, as I said, is tyres. Like, it's a game changer. As he says, as he nearly loses it. I think it's wide, that track there. That's the hardest section for me, is that right-hander dip into the left hairpin. Hugely different. This is the uphill right, but there's a tighter one which is the hairpin that looks exactly the same. I always forget where it is. I'm not as familiar with this track as I should be really. Yeah, it's this one up here. They are actually quite close in succession. This one's tighter with camber. You can run out wide and then you're into another hairpin. So you don't really want to run out wide. Then it's uphill from there, round the corner into the flick-flack, round the last hairpin, which is like a long right, which opens out onto the back straight. Nicely done through there. Don't want to mess this section up here. Roll on and off the throttle with the turbo. And wind her up, watch it go for the last time across the line. Ain't gonna be back braking time, but it's decent. And finally finish race 3 after having to do a restart and change the car. So that's an 8-minute one, so that wasn't too bad at all. Well, with a few minor adjustments, shall we say. It's not for me, that's for sure. I don't like that track or the car. give me that car on dirt, yeah, sure. But that's a different kettle of fish, obviously, with dirt and snow tyres. Right, so 2 more races left. One which is very similar to this, which is where are we at? Autopolis. We've done this one before. This is the shorter track. It's a front wheel drive car, which you can choose any for. We're gonna go in. We'll go in this one. No, it's Cook's. We'll go in this one. We actually used this car last time, racing softs. So this is a front wheel drive. I thought it was the Sylvia Challenge, but it isn't. So this is 2 lap short course. You just disappear. That's it. That's the only way of describing this, and it is the shorter version of Autopolis. I wouldn't say it's the better version of the track. I do prefer the full version, even though the last bit where it's an uphill, windy, dislike it. It's very similar to is it Hungaroring? Is one of it, or is it Slovak Ring? Slovak Ring, that's it. Right, so we are in the touring car of Stephen Joey. Watch this thing disappear. Make sure we use the brakes. The brakes do work. So welcome to the 2025 British Touring Car on tour, and it shifts. It rocks and rolls. It's fully loaded. Roll the bells and the whistles. It's got the turbo, it's got the anti-lag. There you go, bye-bye first. Bye. Won't need to see you again anytime soon. And then we take a right up here, whereas normally we take a left. It's like a right into a left, very similar to Mallory Park. We have the chicane. If anyone actually knows of the British track down south, Mallory Park, great place to go if you want to go see it. It's an old-fashioned track. Do a lot of smaller club track days and things. And they also do the plum pudding race, which is on Boxing Day. No matter the weather, they will race. And basically, it is bikes and cars on Boxing Day, and it's just amazing. I've never actually been on the Boxing Day plum pudding, but I've been to Mallory Park itself. Yeah, it's a great place. It's really far away from where I am, though, sadly. So yeah, this is seriously quick. Actually got a slower time, but that was because obviously we started halfway down the straight. So yeah, we got the fastest lap of 1:13, so it's a 2:25 race basically. Just short of. Got clean race bonus as well, and it's pretty dead easy if you've got a front wheel drive car. Mine is pretty tuned up, as you saw, but doesn't really matter. You could tune up a Suzuki Swift. The Suzuki Swift race car probably would annihilate them as well. Probably a bit harder, but the Swift does what it says on the tin. It's Swift. It is quite a good car to use. Right, last but not least, is the Porsche Cup, and we're at Laguna's Seca, 650 or less, so that restricts it to what we can actually use. We're actually going to use the Cayman Club Sport. I do like this car, racing hard. Probably, yeah, it's probably going to have to stay like that. Cayman Club Sports, it's a GT4. It's what they use for the Porsche GT Cup, I believe. I think there's a modern version now, but was the car that they used. A lot of GT Cup races. Also the British Endurance Racing Series, they use this car in the GT4 category still. And obviously in the actual Porsche Cup, which I've seen various versions of, one at Silverton and the other one at Donington also use it as well. Don't think there's anyone else in this, so we'll get ourselves underway. Obviously this is tuned up as to spec because it's a GT4 car, so it should be quite nice to drive. To be honest, I probably won't need traction control because it's a GT4. It's a while since I've done Laguna Seca. I would have used the Manthey GT3 Porsche 911 road car, but I'd rather get to grips with this car again, which was of Dan Camish, ex-British touring car racer, now races in the series. Seriously good racer. Seriously nice car. Ooh, Jesus. Didn't mean to hit that guy, but you know, hey ho. Was on the brakes. He definitely was. Because it's got good race brakes. Ooh, we overcooked that massively there. My god. I forget how nimble this thing is. But it's very skittish about it because there's no traction control. Well, I've opted for no traction control this time round. So you've got race cars against road cars realistically. Oh, squidge, squidge. And I believe GT4 do have traction control and ABS, it just depends on what series they're actually in, would they have it. The homologation dictates as to what they can and can actually run. Right, so 10.5 seconds off with a few laps left. We are racing in Racing Hards as well, so that's quite an interesting one. A bit wide there, we did run a tight line to get past him. Sounds like a freaking racer now. Catching up to second and we can see first. Curious what he's actually in first and second. I want to say it's a 911. Is that the 80s 911? It's nice. 87 959. It's probably going to be the nearest you can get to the whale tail of the 935. I think someone's actually done the GT Cup whale tail on the 959 because it's the only thing that looks very similar to the back end of it. I think this is a Cayman that's in front, which is probably why it's actually maintaining such speed. So we've got 2 more laps after this, so we're just over halfway now. Obviously he'll be on sports tyres, road tyres. He's got good acceleration, but it has to brake. 911 Turbo S, nice. So similar to the Cayman, but not. So yeah, the Porsche Carrera GT and the Porsche GB Cup run alternatively with the British touring cars and other series. Then there's also the Porsche Boxster Cup. Then there's also the Porsche Cup which is also a different series as well altogether. See what time this could actually do with traction control. I think it might help a little bit. I know I said we're going to race way off, but we're in front now, so we can do what we want really. With 2 laps to go. Feeling a slight increase in grip already. We are on racing hard, so it isn't like we've got mediums or softs. I just feel like the car grips a little bit more, less chance of the back end stepping out. It just loads the tyres a little bit better through the corners. Says that as he nearly has a wobble there. Literally let off a throttle there, no braking. Gonna have to brake a bit quicker here. Oh, a bit of track limits there. Let's skate through there. Already saved 1.5 seconds. Trying to push for qualifying times here. Snap back there, so many accidents I've seen like that, especially when you're racing GT3. Gotta say the GT3 Porsche I do like. Yeah, we knocked a bit of time off, could have knocked a bit more off if we didn't go a bit wide. Last lap now. Back markers may pay a bit of a issue in this. So 1/10 already down. Nicely through there, not overdoing it. Braked a little bit just because how much of speed I was carrying. Slightly ready to get the sweet spot. As long as we don't mess up this last corner. Just on the edge so we didn't overdo it. And then power down as we head up to the line. And across the line, another quick race. I think we got fastest lap there, and that is your final challenge. 7 minutes 37. I don't even think that was an hour actually. And that's with redoing. We've got Porsche Cup. Is that the first time we've actually done the Porsche Cup at Laguna? Really? Right, so we've got 700, we've got 500,000. I think we also got 200,000 and 100,000. Have they not given us a roulette, or is it just the 800,000 plus whatever you win, which is pittance in comparison? Right, let's have a look. It'll tell us anyway. So, all the challenges done until next Thursday. That's the annoying part of the daily races, because I feel like if we were to do it as a daily race, like one race, you do that race, it'd be a lot better, but they don't. Right, so what is left? I think they only give you 800,000, which is still a substantial amount for, yeah, so you got the 500 to 200,000, the 100,000 plus whatever you win, which probably equates to another 100,000 near short of, because that was 80,000, and I think a few others you did. This is nice, you get to see inside. So it's 3.8 litre, racing hard. Yeah, there's nothing on that we've actually got. Oh, actually, we have. We've got the fully customizable racing transmission. Apart from that, that's the only thing we've actually touched. I think we did that because of the gearing. So with the actual wheel spin, we did it just to make it slightly longer and larger top speed, especially for the likes of Le Mans, which is where we normally use the GT4. Also on the Bathurst. Right, what's left? So 610, 365 GTB. That's 2.5. That's already got that. Not got that. That's a bath. Ooh, don't know if I like that. Right, let's have a look at the other cars. If not, I'll just get the Ferrari, which would be nice. Nice little addition there. Call that a spending money. So these are all the cars, most of which we already own. There's only a few that I think that we actually don't own now in regards to what pops up there. Obviously we haven't got the megabucks to splash the cash. Right, so yeah, we'll get the Ferrari. Rarely do we actually race them, but it'd be nice to change that into like a classic Le Mans car if possible. Obviously there's a 330 P4, but a GTB Ford 365 was a very nice Le Mans car. It's actually on my wish list, so it's going to be interesting to see what other things that's asking. I think the other car I need is the Enzo Ferrari, which is part of the cafe, so I'll have a look at that. I'll change that now actually, because we might be able to do the Le Mans design on it. Not me personally, but to actually see what there is. Right, so go to cafe, see what this is going to be part of. Usually I attach what the menu is, so most of these are actually getting filled up pretty quick at the moment. As I said, I ain't got the megabucks to be literally going out and blitzing these. Some of these are like 3 mil each at least. So there's the Ferrari, left Ferrari. So I could have a look, see how much that is. I want to say that's... I'll just click that by accident. I want to say that's quite an expensive one. Same with that one. Need to get that one. So that's the Mercedes Sauber. I didn't get that last time. I think I'd only had like a couple 100,000 left when that came about. We'll do the... Oh, actually, we'll check how much the LaFerrari is, because we've nearly got 2 mil. I want to say the LaFerrari is probably going to be over that. Europe. I like the Ferrari. Oh, I don't have that. That's surprising. Which one is it? The 458. Oh. That's another one I've seen people driving around in. So that's invitation only at 1.6. It is stunning, that. So you need an invitation to purchase the Enzo, the FKK, the FXXK, and the Ferrari 13, which is based on the... That's based on the P4, and that one's based on the Enzo Ferrari, I believe. Right, okay, so we don't need to worry about that, never mind. We'll have a look at doing the Le Mans GTB4 then. So we'll jump into showcase. Best place to actually have a look, see what the designs are like using everything. I'm going to say surprised it didn't come up as suggested. Current card be helpful. Yep, so that's the one that we actually want. Ferrari Daytona Le Mans. No, I don't want that one. Why have we gone wide bodied? Don't want wide bodied. Was never actually a wide car. Not that I know of, anyway. Seems to be a few that have done the design, though. But there's only a few that aren't wide. Well, that's a horrid one, that. So which... Thompson, no. I think it's in 1975 one I'm thinking of. What was that? Oh, the Derek Bell one. Ah, that's the one that people are showing, the 36. That explains that then. Few people that have done the design for Le Mans, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. There's quite a few people. Let's have a look at Goodwood, since that is coming up soon. Usually Goodwood has a lot of the most recent designs. Daytona Goodwood. I'd love it if you could actually click it so the design isn't wide car only. That'd be so much good. Ooh. That looks alright. I do like that one, the 1974 number 71. But I think beggars aren't going to be able to be choosers in this respect. What's that? 1972. Zarrier and Bucket. Many people will probably forget about them, which is a shame. There was actually quite a few Ferraris later on. So that's 1975, but that's a 48. That's this 48, and I feel like the stickers haven't been nicely done on that. That looks nice. I don't know if I like that one, or is this one down here? That one looks better. So I'm going to add that to collection, and then we're going to hit the road, Jack, to GT Auto, fix it up, grab a quick drink, and then we're going to be finishing the stream. So car customization. We usually do this for the GTB prototype. That's usually what we use. There's the 365. So there's a few. Oh, North American Racing. Ah, see, I already had one already done. So that's probably why it was also in my wish list. So we're going to jump in that one. So it's pretty pricey, but I'm not too fussed. So yeah, that is nice. So the number 37, the North American Racing for Le Mans. That's, yeah, okay. See, you know, I got this all sorted. You know, it's good. Racing items, bonnet pin. Probably would need one. Probably would need a torque as well, of all things. I know that's me editing it, but you know, it just, no, wing looks absolutely horrid on that thing. My god. Yeah, front splitter, totally understand. Light bulb, standard. I want to say warm would probably look better, make it look like the proper 70s. Does look nice with the Gran Turismo on the front, I'll be honest, because it goes yellow and the red. Authentic? No. So I'll leave it as it is. So obviously that will change how mine design is on the car, but the actual livery cannot be edited. It's kind of a cool way because you can change your car as such. I've done that a few times with a few things, but nothing too serious. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream. As I said, going to be having a break, and then we'll be back on with some Wreckfest banger racing. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that for a bit of a break. Will be a total separate stream, so make sure you keep an eye for when I'm going to be next on, probably in about 5 or 10 minutes, if not before then. So, yep. Hopefully this is going to save. Or not freeze, preferably. I know Gran Turismo 7 has a habit of freezing when I'm taking videos, pictures, or editing cars, so I make sure the save button is often pressed. Right, okay, so that's it. Car is saved. Probably try and tune it up at some point, but that is not for today. So ciao for now. Take care.